What's going on, Americans? Jericho Green here with you once again. Now, yesterday I was listening to something and it made me think of something else. So I'll explain it to you. Stick with me. It'll all make sense in the end. So yesterday, some of our friends were visiting, and like me, our friends have a girl and a boy. The girl's older. So all the girls, my wife, his wife, our daughters went together, and it was me, him, and the boys. And he has a son who is 5.5. My son's 3.5. So, they're Riggs and Murtaugh, right? So we're in the car, and I don't know, we got to talking, reminiscing, talking about things, and the WWF wrestling came up. We used to watch that as kids, and I was like, the best, because I just watched Stone Cold Steve Austin on, you ever seen that show on YouTube, Hot Ones, where they eat hot wings and he interviews them, and there's 10 wings, and they start with sriracha, and then it gets all the way up to Satan's piss, hot sauce. So Stone Cold was on there, and he started talking about The Rock, and I was like, yeah, man, The Rock was the best, cutting his promos, know your role, shut your mouth, The Rock says, all that shit, man. It was awesome. It was a different time. And so I put in the aux cord in my car, so our sons could hear it, and they were just riveted, silent in the back. A 5.5-year-old and a 3.5-year-old, it's going down back there. It's loud, it's crazy. But when The Rock came on, they were quiet. They were listening. And so he talks about this other wrestler named Eddie Guerrero, Mexican dude, the Latin lava, right? So he says, hey, Eddie Guerrero, why don't you come hang out? We'll get some sombreros and ponchos and some tequila. Ay, 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 ay. He says, shit, right? And then he says, talk to some other cat, and he's like, oh, you want me to say it in Chinese? A chong 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 chang, right? Just some crazy shit. And I told my friend, I was like, man, you couldn't do that today. Even though he was joking and it was funny, you can't do that today. Just imagine if The Rock said that shit today, before he even got backstage to his dressing room. He would have to release a statement. The WWF would have to release a statement. He would have to come out and say how sorry he is and how he loves Mexican and Chinese people and that he's so sorry that happened. He wishes he shouldn't said it. I apologize to my family and fans. All that shit just because he said something funny. We can't even have fun anymore. You can't say shit like that without this whole production telling the world how sorry you are and how much you love people of the race that you are making fun of. Why is that necessary? What happened? How did our lives change in 20 years? These clips are from 1999, 2000, 2002. Not that long ago. There is no fucking way that these entertainers would do anything like that. And us as fans and viewers, we are missing out on good content. We are missing out on laughs because they're too afraid to do anything. They don't want to offend everybody. When did our whole country get sand on their clit? Oh, that offends me. That hurts me. I don't like this shit, man. I don't like this soft, sensitive society that we're being forced into. Everything people say now has to be ran through the filter of, is it gonna hurt somebody's feelings? Fuck your feelings. Toughen up. Don't watch. But that shit, as soon as he did that, I was like, there is no fucking way he could do that now. It's over. The WWF would let him go. He would be blackballed. Nobody would touch him. This fool would be wrestling at the VFW by next weekend. He wouldn't be making no movies. He wouldn't have any endorsements. All because he said something funny. It's part of it. They talk shit at each other. It gets the crowd hype. It's like, oh shit, Eddie, he said something about you. So when they hit the ring, it's on. But that shit tripped me out, man. I was like, dude, in 2019, don't even think about saying that shit. And that's real. You know these guys are back there thinking of what they want to say, but like, oh, fuck, I can't say that. Man, that would be hilarious, but I can't say that. The Rock even made fun of retarded people. That wrestler Kane, the Big Red Machine, he called him the Big Red Retard. Get my name, Kane. I was like, yo, that shit's hilarious, but you can't do that now. Even though there'll probably be some retarded people that thought that shit was funny. Nope, can't do it. Remember in Living Color? They had Handyman. This dude was a handicapped superhero. Look, if you Google that, I don't even know if YouTube would show you that shit. But check it out, YouTube Handyman. This motherfucker had on like the blue from the parking spots. He had a blue outfit on with a cape and had a picture of the handicap sign, the person in a wheelchair on it. And this motherfucker would go up in the wing, and he'd fall out the window. He wouldn't jump out the window, he'd just fucking fall out the window. Oh, man. And his saying was, never underestimate the power of the handicap. Shit was hilarious, man. But here we are, 25 years later, and that's a no-no. And the fucked up part is, it's not even the majority of society that thinks that way. It's a tiny little faction that somehow got a hold of a loud bullhorn, so now we all have to bend to the will of these fucking sissies. Of these fucking oversensitive punks who can't take it out. It's sad, man. It's disgusting, and it's too bad. Because like I said, we're missing out on entertainment because people are too afraid to say anything because it'll ruin their career. For real. People start getting on Twitter talking about how offended they are, and you shouldn't have said that. All these celebrities turn on them. I don't condone that. And that was fucked up. And there you go out in the cold. They slam the door on you, and your career is over. That is fucking wrong. I don't know how we got here, but we need to take the bullhorn from these fools because they're fucking it up for everybody. Now let me get back to my less than 3 hours I have by myself because Junior is in preschool now, and I don't like it. This is our time to hang out. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.